crazy. Like, why am I doing this?
In 3, 2, 1.
So this is my friend Julia, and she's not a big fan of the cold.
Yeah, if I had to scale how much I dislike being cold from 1 to 10, I would definitely say 10. I really don't like it.
But even though she feels that way, she mentioned to me that she's not growing and evolving as much as she'd like to. So to help her change that, I explained to her the scientific benefits of deliberate cold exposure and challenged her to 14 days of cold training. Okay, so here are the rules. Julia has to do at least 30 seconds of cold every single day. And throughout the video, I'll be challenging Julia to do harder and harder cold plunges. And as a way to motivate her, if she sticks with it, she gets to keep the cold plunge. Deal?
Deal. Okay.
Nice. Good luck. For this first day, I immediately wanted to challenge Julia to see how her mental toughness would hold up against the cold. Your cold plunge is awaiting you.
Oy vey.
3, 2, 1, and I want you to go all the way down to your neck.
Okay.
Slow down the exhales.
The first one I was a little shocked. There was a lot of feelings. Not like emotions, but just like feelings in my body of like, whoa, okay. Yeah, it was cold.
You are at 1 minute and 5. I am so surprised. Let's go. Run inside. Go, 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 go. Towel. High five.
Just like my skin is tingling. Whew.
It's natural. It's
Okay.
all part of the process. Good job.
Thanks.
1 down, 13 to go.
I decided to go for a shower this morning because it just fit more easily with my schedule. And my head is freaking frozen. Oh, damn.
And you gotta go all the way
I know,
down.
give me a second.
She's literally been in there for so long now.
How long?
Like at least 2, getting to 3 minutes.
Damn, look at me go.
How are you feeling?
Tingly.
Hey, you're smiling. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. You see, Julia's cold plunge has triggered a release of dopamine, a molecule that can elevate mood, increase focus, and boost energy levels. And studies have now shown that staying in cold water can increase dopamine levels by 250%. And this elevated state can last for up to 2 hours afterwards, meaning she can use it to accomplish more with the rest of her day.
I actually think I have noticed like slight less resistance mentally when I'm trying to get other stuff done, being productive. Like it seemed somehow slightly easier to power through my to-do list.
All right, so Julia's well on her way. But I want to make sure you guys also feel empowered so you can start experiencing the benefits of the cold for yourself. So throughout this video, we're going to be building a toolkit just for you based on everything that you're going to learn. We're about to talk to Lisa, a cold exposure expert who has facilitated hundreds of cold plunges. First of all, thank you so much for meeting with me. This is super exciting. Okay, so first question. Should someone do cold showers or cold plunges?
Cold plunge is definitely the best. Full body submersion up to the neck, hands in, is the goal for all of the benefits that most people would like to experience.
And I want to be really clear about the benefits that people experience when doing deliberate cold exposure. They experience increased focus, better mood, increased metabolism, better physical performance, and also better recovery.
Cold shower is very accessible. It's the next best thing if you don't have access to a cold plunge.
Amazing. We'll be getting back to this interview in a little bit, but in the meantime, I have another challenge for Julia. And it's really gonna push her training to the limit. But before we continue on, I wanna tell you about today's sponsor that helped make this video possible. I wanna tell you about this amazing ice barrel and how it just makes things super freaking convenient. I love it. I don't understand people that literally do cold showers. It's like the worst thing in the world. Cold immersion with like bathtubs or in a cold plunge is like way freaking better. But I don't enjoy filling up my bathtub for 15 minutes just when I want to do a cold plunge. Not super convenient, not gonna lie. But this bad boy does make things super convenient. And I'm a massive fan of being able to do my cold plunges standing up instead of like laying down. Oh my God, this is wild. How long have I been in here for? I have no idea. It's been a while. So if you'd like to get one for yourself, Iceboro is actually giving a special discount just for this video. So you can click the link in the description and use the code on screen right now at checkout to grab one for yourself. Also, I wanted to say a massive thank you to Iceboro. We are super grateful that you helped power this video. Thank you so much. We love you. Okay, I need to get the hell out of here. Oh! So we just got to this insane place where they have literally one of the coldest cold plunges ever. And she's gonna be practicing contrast therapy, meaning she's gonna go in the sauna, then into the freezing cold plunge of 0 degrees, and then back into the sauna. And she'll be doing that for rounds. How are you feeling about that?
I wish that we chose to do this on a day where it's not gross outside. It would have been a lot nicer in the sun rather than in freezing rain.
Every time Julia goes into the cold, her body goes on high alert. She goes into a fight or flight stress response, and her body produces adrenaline and noradrenaline to increase her heart rate, blood pressure, and metabolic rate in hopes of regulating her internal body temperature. But this session is different, because her heart will continue to beat faster and faster as she gets back into the sauna. But science shows that all of this pain is actually super beneficial for us. There was an amazing paper that proved that frequent sauna use can drastically decrease the biggest killers of our modern world. Scientists in Finland tracked 2,300 Finnish men, which I feel like it would have been better if they used a more diverse testing group, but the study found that regardless of age, activity levels, and lifestyle factors, the men were significantly less likely to die from cardiovascular disease, dementia, Alzheimer's, and even had a reduction in all causes of premature death. And these kind of results are unheard of. And it's literally as simple as just sitting in the sauna.
The reason why I dislike the cold so much is just that long-term feeling of discomfort. I also have pretty bad circulation in my hands and feet. So even in the winter, especially like if it's been a little bit since I ate or I'm outside for like a few hours, I will actually like lose the circulation in a couple of my fingers. They'll go like yellow or white. It's actually pretty gross. And it does not feel good. For me, I just get really uncomfortable and I don't feel as regulated in myself if I'm in the cold for too long.
Yeah, great job. Oh yeah.
I think that was literally one of the best cold plunges I've ever seen someone do. Training works, I guess.
That was, wow.
For a lot of us that want to know the optimal ranges or frequencies of doing our cold practice, do you have any kind of recommendations of what that might be?
Yes. The questions I typically get for people that are starting, how cold? The literature and the most recent research does suggest cold enough where you can get in and you really, really want to get out, but it's safe to stay in. How long is, for me, when someone is first starting their cold exposure experience, it's long enough where your nervous system responds in that sympathetic stress state. And then long enough where you can bring it back to the parasympathetic rest state. And then in terms of how often, so 11 minutes per week is sort of the gold standard for health span and longevity.
For those who are like new to actually deliberate cold exposure, which I feel like a lot of us are, what would be the tips and recommendations that you would give people so that they can do it in a safe manner?
What I would say is establish what we like to call your baseline at Unbounded. So if your baseline is, and your experience with cold exposure is hands in cold water and seeing what that feels like and noticing it, or if it's a cold shower, or if you've been swimming in cold lakes all your life and it's a proper cold dip in nature, then it's just asking yourself questions of, have I done this before? What is my experience like with cold and where do I feel safe starting? because it's all well and good to be so excited about it, but you don't want to be creating any harm in your body.
Cool. That is everything. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope that was super helpful. There's going to be a link in the description where you can download a PDF to all the stuff that you're going to learn throughout this video and additional stuff that I couldn't add from the interview. All right, so we are locked and loaded for the final event, Julia's last challenge and opportunity to learn and improve her knowledge about the cold. And I've made sure this is like a complete secret, so she has no idea what she's about to do. When we arrived to the cold retreat, we met our instructors that are going to be helping us for this experience.
And they're here! Welcome!
Oh, they're freaking awesome. And we then unpacked our stuff and went on a tour of the cold retreat. This place is so freaking gorgeous. It's wild.
So here, for tomorrow, we have a hole that I believe Julia will be using. We did measure the height, and it is up to here.
Perfect.
So for you,
great.
you're gonna be fitting up to that height.
Nice.
And now it's time to reveal to Julia what she's going to be up against tomorrow. Okay, let's jump right into it. The main goal is about building resilience. There's this awesome thing, you guys have probably heard about it, popularized by Andrew Huberman. A bunch of people have been talking about it. But it's just about basically like overcoming walls, like of stress responses of your noradrenaline and your adrenaline. So every single time you basically feel as though you don't want to do something. So say, for example, for some people, when they get into the cold, they might have like a massive stress response. They're like, oh shit, I don't want to get in. Whenever you exert top-down control over that and say, no, we're getting in. And it's like you're bypassing your reflexes, that's one. Maybe you're in there and we like say, oh, maybe you dunk your head and you're like, oh, I don't really want to. You might experience something, like it might not be a stress response for you, by the way.
Yeah.
You might get in there and you might not have it. And not to mention, our stress responses are the same whether you experience them in the cold plunge or throughout the overwhelm that comes with our life in the modern world. The beautiful thing is that by practicing this, you can build up your resilience to endure more, so when shit hits the fan, you can still stay calm, cool, and collected.
I'm so excited.
We'll see if that enthusiasm is still there tomorrow. Right when you step in that door, it's game time.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
So for today, Hernan Chris is going to be leading Julia's cold plunge. But we first have to figure out how many walls she wants to overcome.
I'm thinking let's set out with the intention of 3. Anything above that is a bonus. Sometimes for me, like once I get started, I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm in a flow, like let's keep going. But maybe then after 3, it's time to stop. We'll find out. I am crazy. Oh man.
What's the old man?
All number
Can you
1.
expand on the old man?
Like, why am I doing this?
Perfect.
Laughing through the pain?
It's not pain yet. Keyword being. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Take step in. Use that exhale. Into the nose. Out through the mouth. Nice and slow. You got this.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I want to get out.
Yeah.
I'm good to say.
Yep, you can
I
say
wanna
that.
like, yeah.
Perfect. You vocalize that you are not okay,
Yeah.
and you're okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how are you feeling with your hands right now?
I put them in, but I took them back out when I wanted to slide back down, but I'm gonna go for it.
Here we go. Maybe touching the sides of the eyes. How smooth
Underneath.
It
Wow. This is wild. Like,
is. So we're almost there.
okay.
How are you for doing it?
I want to go for it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
My count?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
Through this experience, it just reminded me that I'm capable of doing hard things, and not even just capable of doing them, but like thriving whilst experiencing difficult things. Because I think that's so much of what life is. There's constant things being thrown at you. Some are big, some are small. Depends where you are, what your baseline is. But I think this is actually a really good way of resetting that baseline and giving you a higher level of capability to be able to bounce back when those things come at you.
Whew.
Catch your breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Yep, you found the back. You lift up, slide up. In through the nose. Out through the mouth.
Thank you.
Oh, you did it.
That was
all
wild.
you. Take it in. Take it in.
It's so different and it's so much more calming. I also love that like suggestion of just like going in and like feeling the ice, because that was huge. Okay, I'm down to do this again. 10 out of 10.
Yes! 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah. Through seeing Julia overcome her hate for the cold, it really just reminded me that a better, healthier you lives outside of your comfort zone. So I want you to ask yourself, what simple action can you do consistently, starting today, that will help you live a healthier life? And I want to say a massive thank you to Julia for supporting me on this video, and to support her as well, I want you guys to know that she's an incredible Pilates instructor. So if you'd like to work with her, her information will be in the description.